What's up, everybody, and welcome back to Flickinonmybic, here where I bring you the beauty, juice, and spiritual truths. I am your host, MS.DC, and y'all, I am so very excited to announce I am putting season 2, All About You, on hold. Now, for everybody that knows, I do have a podcast, Flickinonmybic podcast, and I completed season 1. You can, go and look that up on Buzzsprout, on my Instagram, DC, or Flickinonmybic. You can follow me on Instagram and click the link. It'll take you straight there. And on my podcast, I did my first season. And then I did my second season, started my second season, which was all about you, interviews. I was interviewing entrepreneurs, music artists, people in entertainment, and kind of wanted to spread it out, but I wanted it to be like interviews. And I wanted it to be, that whole season, I wanted it to be interviews, but COVID hit. And of course, like everybody just kind of went into crackheadish mode. Some of us didn't, but for the ones like me who didn't or whatever, we just kind of decided, I just kind of decided to stay out of the way. And instead of putting my podcast on hold, which is what I did do for a little while, I just decided to incorporate my new, hidden talent, and that is tarot reading. So I decided to incorporate my podcast and my tarot reading into one. So therefore, we're starting season 3, which is Zodiac Intuition, and I'm going to be doing a tarot reading for all 12 of the zodiac signs, starting with, who should I start with? Like, I feel like start with Aquarius, but I'm just going to randomly Virgo. There we go, Virgo moon. And oh, by the way, God Gas t-shirt is super dope. God Gas on God Gas TX on Instagram for the shirts. Like, I love this shirt. The quality of this shirt is like, yes, God Gas TX on Instagram. Like, thank you, friend, for the shirt, because this shirt is probably the most comfortable shirt I have in my entire uh in my entire closet. So yes, now for the most part, I'm really, really excited about this. I found out that I had a new kind of hidden talent, something that I was drawn to and guided towards, and I began insight, and I didn't start actually putting it out on camera until like just recently, a couple of weeks ago, when I was in my hometown, DC or whatever. And so I had recorded it, and I actually started doing a lot more. I did a lot better than what I expected. So you all can look at the 2, actually it's 3 now, 3 sets of tarot readings I have on my YouTube channel, Desiree AC, DESIREE AC on YouTube, and you can see if it connects with you, okay? And then make sure you, again, leave me a comment and let me know, because I'm getting in a lot of y'all business unintentionally, and it stay close to me. It don't go outside of me. You know what I'm saying? So yes, I'm starting this new journey, and I'm telling people, whatever. I'm an Aquarius sun, Virgo moon, okay, and Taurus rising. So with that being said, yes, I'm telling y'all whatever, like, not in a negative way, but I'm telling y'all whatever needs to be said in the most positive and the most accurate way possible. Like, trying to help, unintentionally trying to help. So accept the help, y'all. Okay. So yes, without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. Virgo, you're lucky number 1. Okay, because I feel like I don't usually do Virgos first anyway, but again, I am Virgo moon. Shout out to any Virgo moons out there. like teachers of the Zodiac. I love it. Like, I love it. And then they're second smartest out of the Zodiac. Like, Aquarius is first, so I'm like double that. So I feel like because of that, you guys should listen to me, because it's literally genetically and biologically instilled in me to tell you this. Okay, like, it's really just that simple. Okay, and we're gonna grow together, we're gonna learn together, you know, we're gonna do a lot of those things. So without further ado, and again, y'all, this is a tarot reading and a podcast. So look at it like, you know, not just a tarot reading, but as an actual podcast. And yeah, and seeing as though this is Virgo's first, Virgo come first or whatever, like, yes, I'm sincerely loving this. So yeah, without further ado, let's go ahead and get into Virgo's reading. Now, this will be a general reading, okay? So that means it will not resonate with every single Virgo. It will not apply to everybody's situation who is a Virgo. You know, make sure you use this information to the most positive purpose. You know, don't just take it for face value. If the situation is not you, don't make it, you know, but take what does resonate and or learn from what resonates. And then whatever don't, just kind of shift it. You know what I'm saying? Just kind of work on what you know for sure does. Okay, cross watchers, cross hearers. Okay, if you're not a Virgo or whatever. Okay, you're more than welcome to tune in, you know, zone in, whatever. And yeah, like, Spirit told me to talk to y'all. Okay, so I'm going to be talking to you guys with 4 different tarot decks. Okay, just so that y'all know. So first, I'm coming through with the Moonology Oracle card deck. Like, I really love these Oracle cards. They're very, very popular. And you know what? I'm just going to say, I'm not trying to be cocky or anything like that. Like, I'm sincerely not, but I love nice things. And every single tarot deck that I have that I'm using is a popular and well-known brand. So just throwing that out there. And y'all, I literally randomly got my nails done this color today, like a off gray, and it definitely matches the box unintentionally, unexpectedly. Like what? Look at that. Look at that, y'all. I wish for anybody that was listening, you could see what I was talking about, but unfortunately you can't. So yes, we're going to be starting with that deck. I'm also going to be doing or using the Modern Witch Tarot deck. Oh my gosh, y'all, I absolutely love this deck. It's beautiful. The Light Seers, oh my God, so easy to understand. This was actually the first deck that I bought. My best friend actually bought me the Moonology Oracle card deck as a gift, and I absolutely love her for that. Shout out to Latita. And then yeah, the Light Seers Tarot deck is the one that I bought first, and I absolutely love it. And then last but certainly not least, oh my God, the Romance Angel Oracle card deck. Like, y'all, and all of these, like I said, are very popular decks. And so interpretation, even though everyone will have a different interpretation with this, it still can apply. So if you are spiritual, which I always suggest people be spiritual and tune into yourself, you'll go a lot further. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull 3 of these Moonology Oracle cards, and we'll start there for all of my Virgos. Yes, I get downloads. I get high intuition downloads from my spirit guides, y'all. Y'all be thinking people crazy, but we really not crazy out here. We be for real serious. All of them situations that you can't possibly imagine happening, only things that you see, like literally. And you know what, it is so funny because let me say something about Virgos. What I know for sure about most Virgos, and again, this is not going to apply to everybody, okay? But Virgos have a tendency to be in trouble with the law, whether it be intentional or unintentional. They tend to come out and they're good people. You know, they are the teachers of the Zodiac. Hence, Kobe Bryant was a Virgo. Beyonce is a Virgo. You know, they do generally tend to be in the spotlight. They're made to do certain things. You know what I'm saying? So when it's in somebody, it's literally in that person to do it. And you find them, you know, and it's funny because it was crazy because I had did this go on Instagram, Desi.DC or Flicking on My Bit. And when I was on there, I literally, y'all, not even playing, because I cannot make this story up, was literally telling people that you know, Virgos have a tendency to get in trouble with the law. And so I'm literally randomly watching a video on YouTube. Okay. While I'm watching this video on YouTube, I'm watching a Zodiac video. That movie Pineapple Express comes on, and for every scene, they're attaching a Zodiac sign to the person and how they're, you know, acting out their scene. Well, the scene in Pineapple Express where the Sagittarius, aka the weed head, was taking a police car and driving it, and you had the other dude that was just trying to get some weed or whatever in the back seat, and he was the one locked up, and the lady cop was in the other police car chasing after them, and the Virgo was sitting in the back seat, meaning he was the one that got arrested. And it was just crazy because I was like, for whatever reason, Virgos been in trouble with the law and got arrested, been arrested. And look at this. First card that popped out, we got, I'm going to take the first three. Look at that. A new romantic cycle begins. So that's interesting. The energy is gaining momentum. That explains a lot. And don't let your past hold you back. Okay, so first off, the very first thing that comes to me is that I also know something about Virgos. Virgos tend to have a tendency to hold on to old relationships, past relationships, or relationships they've been in the longest. Whenever they do leave from them, if they do genuinely want, you know, to restart a relationship, which takes them a little while to do, they tend to revert back to what they already know. And I do know that about a lot of Virgo people. So a new romantic cycle begins. Maybe you're getting ready to meet somebody new, and that's very exciting. Let me move back here just a little bit, okay? Because we about to get y'all spread out. So yeah, a new romantic cycle is finna start for y'all, which is really exciting because right now we in a time where people be lying, cheating, stealing, all types of crazy stuff. COVID got everybody messed up out here, like for real. COVID is out here doing serious damage, but I don't care what none of y'all say, and y'all are not going to like this. A lot of y'all are not going to like this, but I'm definitely voting for Trump. Like, I'm going to do it. Like, I understand we don't like every aspect of him, but there are a lot of people that you don't like. But I'd rather have somebody that's actually doing something for me, only because they know it's going to benefit them as well. You know what I'm saying? He has done a lot more for Black people than any other president. Okay, if you don't know, watch the debate. Okay, y'all out here talking about Biden. Everybody know Biden is about to die. Like he is. He's sickly. Look at him. He be sleepy. Like young Pharaoh be saying. He be sleepy, and we all know that. We all know that. Okay, the Democratic Party is no good, and they're not helping us. They're taking our money. They're killing our kids. They're poisoning our food. They're chemtrailing. Listen, y'all not gonna like it, but listen, I'd rather have somebody that will tell me that they don't like me, but will still work with me for the benefit of us both, as opposed to somebody who's going to tell me they like me, really don't, stab me in the back worse than the person that I know don't really like me. Okay, because I don't like going into situations vulnerable. Like, I don't like that at all. And some people don't mind doing it. No, I don't have time for that. Okay, so I need y'all to understand, like, it's not a game. It is a game in a sense, but it's not no game out here. So here we go. 4 of Pentacles, okay? 6 of Cups in reverse, and 7 of Swords. So holding on to, stuck in the past, and it's not working out for you, okay? We have the 4 of Pentacles, which is saving, holding on to. We got the 6 of Cups in reverse, which means a situation from the past that you just can't seem to get over, okay? And the 7 of Swords in reverse, which is a plan, I feel like a devilish or a demon-like or a not so good plan to get out of something, you know, or maybe to move away from something. Maybe you need to let go of something you're already holding on to and move into the new. I feel like maybe it's somebody that y'all like, but you might be too rattled up on the past to kind of move forward. Maybe you all are in relationships that are higher level committed, and you want to get out of that, maybe to pursue somebody else, is what I'm feeling like. Because again, a new romantic cycle begins. The energy is gaining momentum. Don't let your past hold you back. Okay, let's just see. You got the 4 of Cups, the 2 of Wands, and the 7 of Cups in reverse. So right now, you just want to withdraw. You're making a decision to either stay or go. Maybe you don't feel like you have any other option right now. Maybe you don't feel like you have another option. You know, 7 of Cups is options. Don't let the past hold you back. Maybe you need to expand your options. Maybe what you need to do is pick your other options. Okay, maybe you need to retreat. Maybe you need to withdraw from whatever current situation you in. And I don't necessarily feel like in this case it's Pentacles or a financial act coming from a financial aspect. We have 3 cups, a set of wands, and some swords. Okay, the 4 of Pentacles is the only thing that you're holding on to. So everything else is emotional and mental. And Virgos think about everything, they catch everything. We have a tendency, and I'm a Virgo moon, so emotionally, okay, we have a tendency to just overanalyze, overthink. Our mind is like a computer. It processes and processes and processes and processes, and we're just picking up so much information. We're learning more information. Emotionally, we're a little bit distant. So, you know, with that being the case, I feel like, you know, emotionally, we're in relationships too, much like Sagittarius. I feel like we're in relationships that we really don't feel like we're connected to. But in a sense, I feel like with Sagittariuses have different departments that they dwell in. They have their financial department, which is separate from their family department, which is separate from their work. Everything, career, family, anything outside of that are like separate. You know what I'm saying? So and then their romantic relationship is just that. And then they walk out of that door, close it, and then go into the financial or the career. And they just heavily get involved in that, you know? Whereas like with the Virgo, like we have a tendency emotionally to connect on a more educational level. So when we deal with people, we will deal with people on an educational or a communicative. Is that even a word, y'all? Communicative. I think so. If it's not, y'all know what I'm talking about anyway. So, I mean, with that being the case, I feel like maybe possibly there's just a little bit more overthinking that needs to happen. A decision needs to be made if it isn't. But let's go ahead and pull 3 more. See, we got the Devil card and it's in the upright. We got the Fool in reverse, and then we have the 5 of Pentacles. So isolation, stupid risk, and an attachment to something. So for me, I feel like you have an attachment to, which may be more emotional than it is mental, but in reverse, if you understand what I'm saying, you might have an attachment to this relationship to the point where, you're taking a risk, like you're taking a foolish risk and stand in it. Maybe this is where you need to isolate yourself. That 7 of Cups in reverse just means no options. Maybe you feel like you don't have any options with anybody else, or maybe you feel like, it's like maybe you don't feel like you have any options, or maybe you only have 2 options. You either do or you don't. And which one is it going to be? What is it that y'all need to let go? What is it about this person that keeps you there? Because whatever it is that's keeping you there is the reason you need to let go. 9 times out of 10, it's the same reason you need to let go. So let's see, we got this 4 of Pentacles. I feel like we already kind of know. You're holding on to a relationship. You stuck in the past of a relationship. And maybe, I feel like, are you trying to come up with a plan to get out? Because you're probably committed. And, you're heavily thinking on, how do I get out of this? Or you might be heavily thinking on something else so much that you can't make your mind up. Maybe you're thinking so much about how you want to get out that you're not really thinking about, maybe you're not making a decision because you're too heavily thinking about the other options. So in a way, it's just like, see, we got the 7 of Swords in reverse. See, we look at that. We got the 7 of Swords in reverse, and it's directly next to the 7 of Swords in reverse. That's the card that popped out. So I feel like you're making a plan to get out. You're making a plan to get out, but I don't see it being in a positive way. I really don't see it being in a positive way. Maybe it is. And when I say that, on the last, like I said, if you go to my YouTube, you'll see the last video, the tarot reading that I did for Virgo. Like, the title was Don't Be Mean. I know Virgos have a tendency to be a little bit mean. It's unintentional, but we just have a tendency to be mean. And it, much like Aries, I feel like, in a sense, we just kind of emotionally, we say how we feel. Like, Virgo people say what they feel. And it isn't to cause any type of, negative feelings towards a person. It's not, that's not the purpose. It's like that teacher that literally wants you to do well, so they kind of treat you a little bit more tough than the other kids that they know don't want to, so yeah, I just feel like maybe you're being a little insensitive. And your actions are not allowing you to make a decision. And with that, you stay attached to a situation, not feeling like you have option, not feeling like you have any other option. And it's a foolish risk. To me, it's not a good idea. I got my nails done so I can, if you can see, well, for everybody that can see, you got the Fool in reverse. It's not worth the risk. You know, it's not worth the risk. And maybe by doing that, it will put you in isolation. Maybe you're isolating yourself right now with the Five of Pentacles. Maybe you're trying to isolate your money. You know, maybe you're trying to isolate. I'm feeling like you trying to isolate everything a little bit, piece by piece. You're just like making a plan to do something, and it's like you're doing it secretly. You know what I'm saying? We got the Seven of Swords in reverse. I feel like you're doing it secretly. I don't feel like it's intentional, but it's like getting your plan together and not telling nobody what your plan is. Like Colombiana. If anybody has seen the movie Colombiana, and I'm not what you call it? I'm not sponsored by that movie or nothing like that. But it's like the movie Colombiana, when she makes, you know, all these plans. She's low key. Virgos are very low key. Every time I think Virgo, I think a gangster movie. Like I think a true and honest Ice Cube gangster type movie. You know what I'm saying? So we got the Nine of Cups right now. You're not being fulfilled by whatever options you have. And this is to my single people as well, not just people that are in relationships, because right now you're unfulfilled, maybe by not having any options, or not feeling like you haven't, or feeling like you don't have options. Right now you're just completely unhappy, you're completely unfulfilled, but yet you're attached to this situation. You won't leave the situation. And let me just also say, y'all, okay, I understand we think a particular type of way, but sometimes we do things knowingly just for comforting levels. Majority of the time we do things for comfort, and we can't always do that, because comfort can sometimes make you lazy and will cause you to stay in situations, you know what I'm saying, that you really don't need to be in, that you need to get out of. Okay, so in Virgos, like I said, we have our tendency is to overthink. And so that's not always a good thing to overthink. And right now we got the Six of Wands. So maybe I feel like you want this to be seen. Like you want whoever it is that you dealing with, to see it. You know what I'm saying? You want everybody to see it. More importantly, you want them to see it. But I feel like you want everybody to see that you're no longer with this person. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. What is this Six of Cups in reverse? What is this Six of Cups in reverse? You got the King of Swords. So you are in an authoritative position. And I feel like you're the one that's taken more responsibility in this relationship, you know. Yeah. And then we got the Strength card to also clarify. We got the like I said, we have the King of Swords clarifying the Six of Cups in reverse, and then we have the Strength card also clarifying the Six of Cups. So maybe you are the strength in the relationship, you know. And Virgo men especially have a tendency in relationships to get women or men, or they in relationships they get people that they can mold. They generally tend to get people that they can mold. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, they generally get people that they can mold. And you know what I'm saying? In that, it can be kind of difficult, because now you're having to deal with how you want things, but how other people actually do things. You know what I'm saying? If that makes any sense. So with this Four of Cups, what do you want to do while you're thinking about it? What do you want to do with this Four of Cups? You got the Queen of Cups. I feel like you want to stay in a relationship. King of Cups. Oh my gosh, y'all, look at that. You want this relationship. You want this relationship. You really do. I feel like you can't look at that. If y'all can see it, we got the King and Queen of Cups next to each other, clarifying this Four of Cups. It's like or you know what? Hold on a second. Maybe you want to withdraw. No, maybe you want to withdraw from this relationship. Maybe you, okay. You want to withdraw from this relationship. You all, whoever this is that I'm talking to, you're in a relationship with, again, you in that Six of Cups, somebody that's stuck in your past. So people would look at you like husband and we know them as the married couple, as a married couple. You know, people don't know you separately. When they see her, they also know that she has a husband. When they see the husband, they also know that he has a wife, you know. And I think that's that Six of Wands. Everybody knows this relationship. Everybody can see this. And I think that Four of Cups is, you know, you thinking, as well as that Two of Wands, you thinking about, let's see, before I jump to conclusion, let's see what the Two of Wands is first. Because that Four of Cups is just kind of like withdrawn from this relationship that that's supposed to be the it relationship. So the Two of Wands is clarified. But oh my gosh, y'all. The Two of Wands is clarified by the Two of Wands. The Two of Wands is clarified by the Two of Wands. I cannot make this up. I got it on camera. The Two of Wands. Okay. This is a very, very tough decision. This is a 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 very tough decision, y'all. This is a very tough decision. Two of Wands clarified by the Two of Wands. Seven of Swords in reverse clarified by the Seven of Swords in reverse. Queen of Cups, okay, clarified with the King of Cups over the Four of Cups. Like, y'all, I know what I'm talking about. The cards don't come out like this for no reason. Like, it just don't. That's not no. That's not no. That's not no. Okay? And for y'all that's listening, anybody that hear this, like, I'm not playing. I got it on camera. Y'all can go on my YouTube and see this. I know exactly what I'm talking about. Like, I'm literally made for this. Like, cards don't come out like this for nothing. Okay? So right now, your situation is pretty tough. The situation is pretty tough. What is this Seven of Cups in reverse? Now I'm just trying to get in your business because I see what's going on, Virgo, whoever this is for. Because if it don't apply to nobody, it apply to somebody. I can tell you that now. What is this Seven of Cups in reverse? Not feeling like you have options or no fulfillment towards what? Ace of Pentacles in reverse. You're losing out. You're losing out on family. You're losing out on money. You're losing out on everything. You losing out on everything, you feel like. You don't feel fulfilled. The Ace of Pentacles in reverse, the Nine of Cups, maybe you really did at one point. I feel like you really did at one point love this person. Like, you genuinely at one point did. It was like you went through that honeymoon phase. And then after the kids, after the long-term job, after the repetition, the constant repetition, bill paying, kids going to school, everything repetitious kind of sunk in. And the actions of the other party or your partner, their energy may shift just like your energy may shift. The only thing is you don't know how that energy is going to shift. But are you going to be willing to deal with it or not? Are you going to be willing to deal with it? And it is a tough decision, as that Two of Wands show. It is a very tough decision. We know what that Devil card in reverse is. Let's see what the Fool, okay? in reverse. The Fool likes to take risks, likes to chance situations. Let me go for it. I don't generally play the lottery, okay? But today I just may. Okay, I don't go to the casino that often. I really don't even like to, see what I mean? I really don't even like to go to the casino. But every now and then I will. 4 of Wands in reverse. The Fool. You made a stupid risk on this relationship. 4 Wands is wedding ceremonies, like weddings or graduation, situations and experiences you have with people that you're married to, or maybe your fiance, or higher level literally of commitment. And so right now, maybe you're taking a risk staying in the relationship with an unhappy home, because that's what this 4 of Wands is. It's an unhappy home, and you're taking a risk. But this 5 of Pentacles, meaning you want it to be seen that it's like you want people to see that you're isolated, or that you're no longer this Queen and King of Cups. It's like you really did love this person, but now you just kind of ready to let it go. Now that everything done sunk in and life done sunk in, maybe this person isn't the person that you thought, but it's like that 5 of Pentacles, I feel like, is isolation. It's like moving away, separation. You got that 5 of Cups in reverse. And I feel like you'll find, you'll forgive yourself after you isolate yourself. You'll forgive yourself, because once you isolate yourself, things will change and your situation will literally change. You will no longer be living in that house with that person. You will no longer be sharing a bed with that person, unless you veer off and go back, revert back to what okay, don't do that. Discipline and try to do something different for your benefit. Okay, that's all I'm saying. This 5 of Wands is giving you internal conflict, and the 2 of Swords, you cannot make a decision, but something is telling me you have to. You have to. It's either stay in a relationship, it's either stay in it and don't complain on being uncomfortable, or be uncomfortable and get out of it and know that you have a better chance of something else happening. Not saying that the next situation is going to be the best. It may not. 9 times out of 10, statistically, it's not going to work out. But then there is a chance that it will work out. And so are you going to be comfortable, or are you going to be uncomfortable to get even more comfortable? That's really all it is. Let me pull an oracle card from the Romance Angel deck, y'all, because I see what's going on here, Virgo. Just the 2 of us. We can make it if we try. Just the 2 of us. You and I. You and I, just the 2 of us. We can make it if we, just the 2-step. Got gas on my shirt. Rolling up a bloop. Puff, puff. Now, just the 2 of us. Okay, y'all. That's what I'm getting. It's love, hate. It's past, present. Okay. Romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. So you know what I get from that? That means that new romantic cycle that's about to begin, because I feel like you in a relationship with somebody and you see somebody else, and it's like you want to explore that somebody else. I know you do. Okay, we need options in our life. We need to turn that option frown upside down. Okay, that new romantic cycle begins. And the thing is, the universe gives you the opportunity to make the decision. If you don't want to make the decision, then if then you need to, then when the universe presents another situation, meaning choosing for you since you don't want to do it, then do that. I'm having that problem right now. It's kind of like the universe is saying, tell me what you want. And the thing is, this is what happens, right? Spirit, okay, I'm getting ready to give you a spirit number lesson, okay? 104. I don't know if anybody has been seeing 104, but 104, if you start seeing 104, 104 in the spirit world, in my opinion, means, okay, be careful what you ask for, as you just may get it. Now, the thing about that is it can go either way. It can go positive or it can go negative. But the thing is, when it comes as a warning, it's worth looking into a little bit more. It's worth looking deeper. Okay, so what am I asking for? A relationship. Okay, what kind of relationship am I asking for? Because there are 1,000 relationships. There are 1,000 different kinds: open, closed, in between, gay, lesbian, straight. There's, animals, which I hope nobody does nothing with animals, because I've been seeing that all over Instagram. We got people out here just being nasty with these animals. Listen, these animals, just because they live outside, they're in nature, don't mean they want to fuck with you. Okay, they don't want to fuck with you. Okay, and I'm just being completely honest with whoever sees this. If you nasty, or you know somebody who nasty like that, let them know, like, don't play with the animals, because I will take that animal. It would be like me seeing a child being abused. I will walk in. Yes, I will. Okay, yes, I will. And I'm telling you now, because animals feel. They really do. And you we not created biologically and chemically to do that with animals. Okay, just because some people out here be putting us in petri dishes. Okay, please understand that. Now, a new romantic cycle begins. Listen, stop playing with yourselves out here. Try something new. Okay, try something goddamn new. Don't let COVID stop you. Okay, express your love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. Express it to the new person, or if you don't want the new person, you want to stay with who you currently with, then express it to them. Maybe what you need to do is, you know what? Stay in a relationship. For all of the people that want to stay in a relationship and try something different to work it out. How about that? Literally, plain and simple. I don't know if that's probably the easiest way to literally say it. Just do that. Literally do that. Okay, or skip this joint here and then go to the person who really who you really eyeing. Okay, whoever else you over there eyeing, because I know you over there eyeing somebody else. Some of y'all looking like, I love my girl, but this joint over here is damn sure tempting. Like polygamy. I'm thinking polygamy. But y'all not trying to go that route. I don't suggest anybody do polygamy if you really not wanting to be into it. Like, if you, and when they say you literally have to have a genuine mind, like you do. And the last two cards that pop out: playfulness, to recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. And Virgos, y'all crazy anyway. Y'all have a dry sense of humor as well. Kind of like Capricorn, but you all have a better way, I feel like, of expressing it. But it's funny. And let go of control issues. Allow the situation to unfold naturally. And what did I say in the beginning of this? Virgo people have a tendency, okay, to want to mold the people that they're with. And the thing is, you have people in relationships that do not want to be molded and will not act on being molded. You know what I'm saying? They won't do it. And that's when the chemical imbalance is imbalanced and causes that within a relationship. You know what I'm saying? That's when that chemical imbalance kicks in. And it's like, is that chemical imbalance too strong for me to stay or not strong enough for me to go? Whichever one, and vice versa. You know what I'm saying? So I really feel like y'all need to first, before you do anything, make a plan. Okay? Make a plan. Literally get a piece of paper, because I know most of y'all probably don't do this, but you all probably do everything else like this. Get a piece of paper and literally draw a line down the middle of the paper. Put the cons in the best way you know how. Do you want to stay? Yes. Why do I want to stay? Do I want to go? Yes, no, and why? You know what I'm saying? And then after you write it down on a paper, do this, like for real. After you write it down on a paper, turn the paper over. Once you write it down on the paper, turn the paper over. I'm telling you, I am a spiritual therapist, okay? Certified by the highest powers, okay? They told me to do this. So I'm a certified therapist, spiritual therapist, okay? A spiritual therapist. I'm here to give you the necessary high vibrational information that I know is working. It is a download, okay? Turn the paper over. Once you turn the paper over, literally sit and think, how do I feel like I would feel if I stay? And what do I believe would happen if I go? Do I think I'd be happier gone? And really be asking yourself questions and answering them in your head. Should I go? Because if I go, maybe not the kids. Will the kids go? Will the job cover a new place? Would I be getting a new place? Would I be with, my friend for a little bit? Moving back in with my mother? Like, if I stay, will I throw her ass out or throw his ass out? What am I going to do? In both scenarios, if I stay, what would I believe I would do as I'm going now, the route I'm going now, or would I leave? Now, the only thing I know for a fact, for sure what you've already done. And your level of what you can deal with and what you can't. You know what I'm saying? That level of what you can deal with and what you can't. And so is it worth it? And for all of y'all out there that got that other person over there, if you thinking about that other person heavily enough to want to leave, then it might just be time for you to go. Because if it wasn't, you wouldn't be thinking about it. Like, you wouldn't be thinking about it. If you thinking about owning a business or starting a business, you're not thinking about the Real Housewives of Atlanta, on a daily basis, routine basis. You know what I'm saying? You're not worried about shit that's messy and that's not going to push you farther. You're not going to be thinking about that. You're not going to have time to think about it, because the things that you think about, all the things that you want to do, are going to consume your mind so much so that you're not going to have time to think about the Real Housewives. I can't name one housewife. To be quite frank, I don't give a fuck about a housewife. They're not entertaining to me. This is entertaining to me. Talking to people that can't see me. And the only people that can see me are the ones that go to my YouTube channel, Desiree AC, okay, and watch this. Other than that, who else is going to see me? But this is what I love to do. And I know what I'm talking about right now. I shuffled the cards. You know what I'm saying? And we started clear. I got a download from the highest power a little bit earlier to do this now. They actually gave me time and told me I could do it whenever I wanted to do it, but it had to be done before I went to bed. It is currently, hold on, 4:19 in the morning, 10/14/2020, 4:19 in the morning. And as long as I get this done, I'm doing my due diligence, okay? So I'm telling you, I know what I'm talking about. Virgos, you have a decision to make. You have a decision to make. You have a decision to make. And for any Virgo who this did not apply to, okay, that's cool. If you know a Virgo that it applied to, let them know. Slide them this here. And given as though this is a podcast, I'm not just going to end the podcast with the reading. Okay, we're going to have some after remarks like church, except nah, we don't need no damn church. And if you mad at me for saying that, so I love y'all. And I'm going to be honest, because most people don't. Okay, this is a motherfucking podcast. And I'm going to be honest with y'all out here while I'm cleaning up the spot. Okay, like my brother is a Virgo. I have a couple of friends, close friends that are Virgos. Okay, I know a lot of Virgo. I'm Virgo moon. Okay, and so like I said, we like to be in control. We like to mold. We like things the way we like them. And as a matter of fact, hold on one second. Let me get this astrology book, y'all. Hold on. Y'all heard me running? I'm back. Okay, y'all. So this is an astrology book that I got from Spencer's in Town East Mall. Okay, for all y'all that don't know, I am in Dallas, Texas. And so this book is called In Focus Astrology, your personal guide. Okay, and so it's by Sasha Fenton. Okay, Sasha Fenton. And I actually started reading this book. It is really, really good, y'all. So if you don't, you better get this book, okay? And for everybody that be talking about astrology, can be anybody. It can be. It can. That is true. Okay, it can be anybody. So the thing is, if it apply to you, do what it do. Okay, period. I be hating when people say, "Oh, that could be anybody." Okay, well then let it apply to you then. Let it apply to you. What are you talking about? Let it apply to you then. If it is meant for you, let it apply to you then. Well, the zodiac can be anybody. Yes, it can. Okay? Like, it really is just that simple. People be trying to overthink stuff. People be trying to do too much. And it really don't even be as serious as what people be trying to make it. You know what I mean? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read this short insert on Virgos. Okay? And like I said, this is a podcast. So I'm not just going to limit it to just doing a damn tarot reading, even though that was your tarot reading. I hope it did resonate with somebody enough for them to learn. Now, Virgo, August 23rd to September 22nd. If you've been dealing with somebody whose birthday is in between that time, you have been dealing with a Virgo. Okay? August 23rd to September 22nd. Now, Virgo is an earth sign. So first off, earth sign people are practical, hardworking, and happiest when doing something useful, aka like the Aquarius, they're very humanitarian. Okay, they can be relied upon to get a job done, even though it may take them a while to get around to doing things. Also, I do notice that a lot of Virgos, especially men, generally tend to work at night. Generally tend to have night jobs or do more at night than they do. Not saying that they do more at night than they do during the day, but working hours or things career-wise generally tend to be at night. I don't know who that might resonate with, but hopefully it resonates with one of y'all. These folks are sensual and have a creative streak, although this manifests itself in different ways with each of the three earth signs. Shrewd and cautious. These people need material and emotional security, but they will put up with a lot for their families. Hence is why, okay, you might be having a problem disconnecting from whoever this person is that you currently dealing with. Now, if you're not currently dealing with somebody, this don't apply to you. So, you know, hold on a second, okay? Maybe that's why it's so difficult for you to detach. And it might not be good for you, okay? It might not be good for you. Now, Virgos are a mutable sign. What does mutable mean? Mutable means a sign people are adaptable. They work in jobs where they travel around or deal with the flow of different people or goods during the course of each day. So entrepreneurs, business people, like shop owners, or those type of situations, anything where they could be teaching, teachers of the zodiac. Like I said, when you get into astrology, like you when you get deep into it, and people be trying to act like, oh, like, I don't really believe in astrology, but you believe in the Bible. That's very contradicting. And let me be the first to tell you, if you haven't heard it before, okay, that is a big contradiction. The Bible was literally based off of astrology. So if you don't believe in astrology, then you don't believe in the Bible. And if you believe in the Bible without really believing in the Bible, then you are a hypocrite. It just is what it is. You are a hypocrite. And you know what? Assume. No, you know what? Fuck assume. Acknowledge that you are a hypocrite. Even if nobody hears you, in your mind, you're saying, I am a hypocrite. Nobody else is going to hear you, but at least acknowledge that. Say it a couple times. I am a hypocrite. I am a hypocrite. I am a hypocrite. And then you're going to look at it a little bit different. And if you don't, shame on you. Acknowledge it and change it. It's acknowledging first, and then it's making the change. It literally is. And sometimes making the change is not as difficult as what you be making it seem like. Okay, so let's see here. Virgo, planet Mercury, symbol the virgin or maiden, gender feminine, element earth, quality mutable. Okay, Virgos are some of the hardest workers of the zodiac, and they have the patience to cope with detailed work, but they have dedicated nervous systems and can get sick if put under too much pressure. Many are drawn to the fields of health and healing, and while some work in an established medical field, others may take up alternative healings. My aunt is a Virgo, and she is a nurse. The Virgo childhood is likely to have been difficult, with parents or school teachers who perhaps were unnecessarily harsh or critical towards them. It is possible that the Virgo child came into the lives of the parents at an awkward time, or that having a child changed the parents' lifestyle in a way that they didn't like, all of which can lead to frustration that spills over onto the child. Early unhappiness can lead Virgos to leave home when they are young, possibly by moving in with a lover or by getting married. Once they do this, they try to make the relationship work, but it can fall apart quickly due to youth, lack of money, and lack of life experience. Some find other ways of jumping into adulthood early, perhaps by joining the armed forces or doing charity work overseas, or even by going onto the stage. The last idea isn't as far-fetched as it might seem, because many Virgos are good actors and broadcasters, and many do well in the field of entertainment. Also, shout out to the king, young Pharaoh. Where is my phone? Right here. Let me just go ahead and do that right now. And the time is 4:29. That's my daughter's birthday. I'm doing this. Y'all, what's up, everybody? No, let me see. Hold on. I didn't like that. I didn't like that. So y'all that's gonna see this on YouTube, whatever. What's up, everybody? Look. I am literally MS.DC, okay? Flicking on my big podcast, okay? And flicking on my big tarot. Both of that, all of that. All in one. We are live right now, and I'm literally in the middle of reading to my Virgos. We just got finished doing a tarot read-in. It was a general read-in. Y'all can see it on YouTube or whatever. But the point I'm trying to make right now is that because this is a podcast, I've incorporated some extra things on here, and I'm in the middle of reading this book, and I just want to give a shout out to the very first sign that I did for the 3rd season of this podcast, which is Virgos. And I want to give a huge shout out to my teacher, okay, to my teacher, Young Pharaoh. It's because of you, your inspiration, that I am literally doing this right now, like sincerely. So I love you. I appreciate you. Y'all stay spiritual. What's up, everybody? Now, that we have that, y'all, we back. I'm about to finish. Okay. Reading this excerpt right here. I just had to go ahead and do that. Okay. Those who get a good education may find work in the field of communication, and there are many working in the world of publishing, which Young Pharaoh is a journalist. And, or I don't know if I've said that right. He does journalism work. Okay, I'll just say it like that. In books or in other media. Some Virgos have good singing voices, and most listen Beyonce to a lot of music. Young Pharaoh also does music. Isn't this crazy? And I'm using Virgos as an example so you all can kind of get understandings, okay, of Virgo people and what Virgo people and the habits and the characteristics that they have, okay? Virgos have good singing voices, and most of them like a lot of music. Being an earth sign, their powerful emotional side to this, to this person, which leads the Virgo losing himself in music or enjoying a good book. Virgos love to read. I'm not the best reader, but I will pick up a book and read, okay? The Alchemist was the last book that I read. I didn't get finished the last part, I feel like. But, excuse me, if there is a book that I do, there is a book that I did read. It's called Other People's Pudding. Oh my gosh, it was a really good book. And Single Husbands was also another really good book, okay, that I did just kind of like recently read. So that, and also a book that I always remember from like middle school, The Hatchet. I remember that book, and I've read it several times. That was also a good book. If you want to get kind of like lost in adventure, that is definitely a book. So we got The Hatchet, which is a good book. Single Husbands and Other People's Pudding. It's like Ratchet. It's like the Ratchet. So for me, like, I don't want reality Ratchet. Like, I don't want Housewives. I want this book that I can read that will amuse me a lot more, because I can interpret or use whatever people that I want and create a story with the story that I have, and just put the people that I want to put in there and make it juicy from what I'm reading. You know what I'm saying? Just another way of educating yourself and learning. And so I'll pick up books that I do like. I'm not really heavily into, documentary type, slavery types, even though I outsource and I learn things like that a different type of way, more through movies in that aspect of things, not necessarily books. But I do, just like with cooking, I'd like to go to YouTube for recipes as opposed to Google, as opposed to a cookbook. You know, how I choose to learn is every type of way. And when it comes to astrology, I am challenging myself to do something that I normally wouldn't do. And that's to get this goddamn book. Okay, period. Get this book, read it, and give it to somebody else. Okay, while somebody is walking, running, jogging, okay, got them whatever in your ears. Listen. Okay. Now, Virgos take their responsibilities seriously. And once they do settle into a permanent relationship, their family can rely on them for support, but they may become so caught up in work that they neglect their partner and children. If Virgos find themselves with a partner who proves to be difficult, demanding, pushy, or wearing, wearing, they just don't have the emotional strength to live in a battleground, so will leave the relationship. They are fond of small animals, and often have much love cats, dogs, rabbits, and so on, and they never abandon any of their creatures. These people have an academic turn of mind, but this doesn't prevent them from having fun, enjoying holidays, taking time off for things that interest them. Their sense of humor and absolute reliability, along with their kind heart, makes them wonderful friends, while their ability to listen and emphasize makes them excellent counselors. The weird thing is that despite the fact that they have very good, very quick minds, they aren't great when pushing into things suddenly. Earth signs are always better when they have time to think things through and do them at their own pace. If they rush to judgment, they make mistakes, which Virgos generally don't like to do, but who does? But who more than a Virgo? Let that sink in. This is the last part. Virgo can be neurotic warriors. Oh, neurotic, I said warriors. Worriers, okay? Neurotic worriers. And let me just look up what the word neurotic means, because I have a feeling I don't know. Actually, I don't know what neurotic means. So we about to learn together, because I know majority of y'all that's going to listen to this probably won't know what it means either. So neurotic. Okay. A neurotic person experiences emotional distress and unconscious conflict, which are manifested in various physical or mental illness, the definitive symptom being anxiety. So Virgos can have anxiety, or can be neurotic warriors, anxiety. When you overthink, you can have anxiety, which is a symptom, okay, and can make this a tendency to neuroticism to extreme lengths, which is irritating and boring to others. They are perfectionists who can be critical of others, although they are often equally critical of themselves, which is definitely true. Although ambitious, when faced with potential success, they can also shoot themselves in the foot and spoil their own chances. Okay? Common Virgo attributes. Many Virgos are slim and good looking, and they keep their looks for longer than most. And what I do notice about Virgo people, okay, love maintenance. When I think high maintenance, I think of a Virgo, especially Virgo men. Virgo men will go and get their feet done. They will make sure their outfit is snatched. I only got the best, okay, travel bag. I only got the best laptop bag. I only got the best COVID face mask. Like, I only have the best. You know, in my house, it's dark. I got candles. It's like a bat cave. Okay. I got my fruits over here. I got my herbal teas over here. I got that TV propped up on the wall. You know what I'm saying? I got my little space. I got my guns. Okay. Or whatever. Virgos be having them because they be in trouble. And trouble generally tends to come with certain things, much like the Sagittarius, okay? The Sagittarius, okay, they love like government type of jobs. Now, granted, this is not a video for Sagittarius, I'm just making a comparison that much like, we are also dislike. Well, not dislike, but unlike. Unlike likes, okay? So we're all and we're all connected because we have certain characteristics, okay, that bring us together, yet we're so different and we're so separated as well. So again, if you are dealing with a Sagittarius, maybe you're a Virgo dealing with a Sagittarius, or maybe you're trying to get to a Sagittarius. How about this? Why don't y'all ask the people that y'all dealing with what their signs are? And look it up on some spare time and just see, am I chemically, okay? Am I chemically compatible with this person that I'm with? Ask yourself that question. Am I chemically, biologically, genetically, am I compatible with this person? Okay? Like, ask yourself that question and see what you come up with, okay? Yes, I love it. I love it. I love it. I actually thoroughly enjoy this entire process, y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and cut it right here because I don't want to overdo y'all. Because Virgos, we full of information and I keep it coming like money, but I'm keeping my money in my pocket. I don't know about y'all. But yes, so Virgos, I love y'all. Make a decision. Make a decision. Make a decision. You either gonna stay or you gonna go. Is you gonna stay or is you gonna go? Is it gonna be wait, how did that song go? You can deal with this or you can deal with that. You can deal with this or you can deal with that. You can deal with this. You can deal with that. You can deal with this so you can deal with that. Okay? Like, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? What you gonna do when it comes to you? Okay, what you gonna do for you? And the thing is, we want to be sane. We want to have clear mind. So go in your little layer and just take a second to think about it differently. Literally, sit in a different position or just ask yourself a question over and over again until it makes so much sense that you actually get the answer. Meditate. Go to your higher self because you're going to come up with the answer, not Jesus. Jesus not coming up with the answer, okay? Jesus not finna help you. And if you believe Jesus can help you, then there's no reason why you can't believe spirit guides can't help you. You know what? Thank you, Virgo. I'm going to do this again. Okay, we here, we live, we in the middle of a Snapchat, okay? Or I'm about to do a Snapchat. Listen, everybody. No, I don't like this one. Hold on, y'all. Real quick, while y'all won't hear. Okay, y'all, look. I am literally right now in the middle of a podcast. Okay, look, I am literally in the middle of a podcast right now, aka tarot reading, flicking on my big tarot. And so what I wanted to say was, it's funny how people always say, oh, go to Jesus for everything. Go to Jesus, go to Jesus, go to Jesus. But when somebody like me, who is a legit spirit guide, say that I have angels, I'm looked at as crazy. Why am I looked at as crazy? Okay, for having imaginary energies that literally guide me spiritually, mentally, and physically through myself. Okay, but y'all can talk to Jesus, who y'all all know dead. Okay, because Jesus not in the Middle East no more. He ain't over there, because if he is, where is he? He gone. He dead, right? But y'all still out here talking to him. Why? Do that even make sense? Stay spiritual, get spiritual if you not. Okay, y'all, look. I am literally right now in the middle of a podcast. Okay, look. I am literally in the middle of a podcast right now. Yes, y'all. What was that? Y'all seen that? People always say, oh, what is that? I had covered it up. What is that? Is they recording? I don't even, oh yeah. Oh, well, whatever. Oh yeah, I see it. I know what it is. Yes. So listen. I'm gonna have to go back and replay this because it didn't pop up on here the way I wanted it to, but it's okay. So yes, y'all. Yes, I love y'all. I love y'all. Again, make sure you all follow me on my other social media platforms if you enjoyed this conversation. If you didn't enjoy this conversation, okay, that's fine too. It's not for everybody, and everybody is not going, you know what I'm saying? Everybody not gonna like it. So yes, with that being said, Virgos, make a decision, make a sound decision. And yes, find me on my social media, Desi, and or matter of fact, and Flickin on my Bic, FLICKINONMYBIC, Flickin on my Bic. Okay. Desi, DEZIDC on Instagram, Desiree AC on Facebook. Okay, and YouTube. Like, share, subscribe. all of that. Just click it. Even if you don't feel like it, just do it, because you're going to have to click off it if you on it. Come on, y'all. For real, stop playing. I'm an Aquarius. Okay? I love y'all. Okay? Peace.